All right, we are back. It is a Monday night, and we have Stephen Phillips of Phillips Run, Drip and Bubble Company. I'm Brett Watson from Copperhead Customs, and today's special guest we have Kris Fox from Fox Can Fix It Garage. How, Chris?
Yeah, if you watched any of his shorts, you'll know he's special. Definitely special.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking of trying just thinking of content for shorts, and I come across jokes and puns. I'm like, a lot of them I can't use because they all depend on spelling. So you got to go through and see ones that are visual that you don't need spelling for. But it's something fun to do every once in a while.
Oh yeah, Copperhead's got a thing he's doing. Of course, he looks like Joe Dirt with his wig on, but he puts like blinker fluid in and changes his headlight oil and I don't know what all else. Puts his
the bad news is now there really is exhaust fluid, so we can't say that that's a fake thing anymore.
Well, you're right about that. Yep, that's really working out good for everybody too.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, that's working out good. So anyway, but now where do you live at? You're up north, right?
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati.
Okay. Ohio.
Southeast side of Cincinnati, probably about a 5-minute drive from the river.
Okay. No, you raised up there? Is that where you're from?
From Dayton, so actually north of there, near the Air Force Base.
Oh, okay.
And then moved down to Cincinnati.
Right. So how'd you get into cars? Is it something you've always done?
So my dad, he was in cars in the 60s and 70s. He worked at a shop in Dayton. The guy was big into Corvettes and hot rods and race cars, and actually raced against people like Warren Johnson in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, wow.
And then he got out of it. And then when I got out of high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went to tech school for automotive stuff. And actually, my dad got me a job working for the same guy he used to work for.
Right.
So I got in the 90s, I was getting into carburetors and everything old when everybody was getting into fuel injection.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was scared to death of you. I still am. I don't know enough about fuel injection to fool with it, but now Copperhead got that Pontiac. He put that. What's that thing you put on that?
Holy sniper.
Yeah, I'm really interested in trying that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, those systems have gotten a lot better.
It's still running a little bit rich, so I've got to go through it a bit more. But you can go into it. You can put it on car on a dyno and go through and completely manually tune it all through the rev range. But you can also that it has a self-learn. So they start off very rich to save your motor. So we leaned it out a little bit to start with. But I noticed I started it yesterday and I just seen it had a bit of black smoke when I revved it coming out the back. So it's a little bit rich still, but so I don't know. It will slowly learn and de-rich itself, I suppose. But yeah, I think really I probably should take it to a dyno and get someone to dial it in manually a bit better.
But it's all done by computer though, right? You don't have to do anything, just type it in, right?
Yeah, no, it's all just done with a laptop. Or you can use, there's a little handheld, there's a little screen inside there's a little screen inside. It's in the dash there that I've put in, and you can do everything from that. But if you actually hook it up on a laptop, it will give you proper fuel map graphs and everything. And you can just adjust it a little bit, and you can do that all. If you have it on the dyno, you can do that the whole way through the revs. But the computer itself, it has a self-learn feature, but it may take like 100 drives,
right,
for that to finally dial it itself all back and get it where it wants to be, at optimum ratios. But I don't know, it was pretty good. Like I've never had anything where I have built a brand new motor and I set the timing by just cranking it off the key. I dial the timing in like that and then just fired it up, and first key, like it actually made me jump. Just as soon as I hit the key, bang, it started instantly and just sat there purring. Like I've never had a motor do that.
Yeah, me neither. Now, Fox, you've got like an inventory of your cars is just amazing to me. You've got Mitsubishi, and then you got a Corvette. What's the deal with the Mitsubishis?
Well, I just happen to run across them. So when I'm on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, wherever, it's whatever deal I can find that interests me at the time is what I get.
Right.
And so that's how I ended up with the little Ram 50. And then my youngest, she's sort of gotten into cars with me too. And she was looking at this Dodge Raider, and I kept kind of messaging the guy back and forth and finally got it down to a price that I could deal with.
Right.
So I brought that home, and then I look at it, and under the hood, it's the same thing as the Ram 50 I got. So I ended up with two of the same car.
Yeah, they're the same cars. They're that Mitsubishi. Has it got the 2.6 liter in it?
Yeah, it's the 2.6, but they are both the automatic, which I guess is better than having the manuals from everything I've read.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had my brother run one of them. He was in the Air Force, and he had the Plymouth Arrow truck. You know what I'm talking about? The Plymouth Arrow truck. He drove that thing, I don't know, probably 500,000 miles. But I mean, I don't know how many times we had to build the motors on them thing. But boy, I'll tell you that I guess the 2600 is probably the better of the motors, but I hate them. The timing chains got them little.
Yeah, they have like two synchronized shafts on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to get them things straight, man. I ain't kidding you. It's a headache, but you've had pretty good luck out of them.
Well, so far I haven't had to touch the timing chains yet. The truck only has 80,000 miles on it.
Right.
The Raiders got 130 something.
Wow.
Exactly, but they're both low mileage, so I haven't had to mess with timing chains yet.
Yeah.
A Raider, that's the red one.
Yeah, that's the Montero.
Yeah, so that's a Pajero down here.
Correct. Yep, same thing.
Yeah, and the other one's
It basically
the other one looks like a Triton. The other one looks like a Triton.
L200, Triton, Mighty Max, all the same truck.
Yeah.
What
So
do y'all
that's
call
basically the diff in my hot rod.
that?
Sorry,
Is
you go.
that's the rear end in your hot rod, the little Ram 50.
Well, ours is out of the L300, which is the vans, but I think it's the Raider. I think maybe has that same L300 diff in it.
They have what, an 8-inch and a 9-inch, or a 7-inch and an 8-inch rear end? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
The bigger of the two only came with V6s and Monteros that were later. I think all of the two that I have are the same year, and I think they're the smaller ones, like the 7 or 8-inch.
Mm-hmm. So what do they call the Raider down there where you're at?
Me, the Raider's called a Pajero, Mitsubishi Pajero.
Pajero? What does that even mean?
Mm.
Does that mean anything? Pajero?
Nah, I don't think.
Just Pajero. I guess so.
Pajero, P-E-J-E-R-0.
I don't know. I love the Corvette. I've got a couple of them. What model is yours?
It is a 79 Corvette. It's an automatic. It's got a 700 R4, and the motor's warmed over. It's close to 300, 350 horse now.
Really? I've got the 82 Crossfire.
Yep.
And I think I got about 120 horses. I ain't gonna swear to it. Maybe 125.
Yeah, the Crossfire is a neat setup, but it's a headache to work on.
I've never had to touch mine. I mean, just little stuff, but I've never had to touch it. I got a guy over here in Hayesville, North Carolina, which is just right next door. He is a GM guru, and as long as he's in business, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I guess if he ever closes down, I'm gonna put a 4-barrel on it or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can just drop any small block 4-barrel onto it. So,
but I don't know. I don't know how many. It ain't got a whole lot of horses on that year 82, but man, I get killer gas mileage.
I think by that point, I think they were back off their lowest numbers stock. They're probably 185, 190.
Yeah, something like that.
So
it does fine.
Isn't there something different in the head ports or something?
Yeah, well, it's a cross Rams, basically what it is, but they got the ports are so small because they kind of made it more of a torquey motor than they did a high performance engine. Does that make sense? So it's got small runners. The little ports, I don't think it's no bigger than your thumb as far as feeding the fuel to the heads. But I don't know if the heads are any different or not. I don't know if the heads are the same as a.
So the ports on the manifold or on the head side?
On the manifold side are just small.
Oh, so the head side's still the same. They're still big. Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to tell you. I couldn't tell you the truth. I never had the heads off of it. I ain't got a clue. But I know everybody swears against it. They did it, 82 and 84. And that was it.
Yeah, because it's my vet. We got the same motor in mine.
Right. Yours is 84.
And I've got I don't know. I need a fuel 84. Yeah, I need a fuel pump. But then I was just thinking, well, might be easier to just throw because I don't know. That will be the next thing is the injectors will be blocked or something, and then it's like because it hasn't run for like I don't know 6-7 years.
Oh man,
I drove it in the shed and then didn't touch it. Hey,
I'd be driving that. I got that 87. It's basically the same car as yours. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's a little aggravating getting in and out of.
Yeah, she owned it from like near new it was, and then I don't know. It's probably since we last drove it around properly. It would be over 10 years, and then we had it shipped up where we are now, and I drove it into the shed, and then it sat in the corner of my shed for until about 6-8 months ago. I cracked it with it and dragged it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick of looking at it. So now it sits under the veranda. The covers on it.
Well, now is the stern wheel on the wrong side or the right side?
Yeah, no, it's on my side. It's on the
Passenger side.
It's on the passenger side. So it's an auto. I couldn't drive it if it was a manual.
No, probably not.
Like
Okay, now over there, like your manual, is it shifting backwards? Where's first at?
First is on the left.
Well, that'd be the same as here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't think the transmission
that's
change. One is just up and away for them, I think.
That's perfect. I reckon I'll struggle to drive a manual over there because it will just be so. It will just be so weird for me. Instead of slapping gears with me right hand, I'll be doing it with me left. I don't know. That would be the one thing. So I can drive left-hand drive cars, but when I've watched your video and you're driving and you turn, like I keep going, oh, he's going down the wrong side of the road, and then I'm like, oh no, he's not. So yeah, I'll probably have a praying as soon as I get there. Bang, the first time I drive it, I'll probably drive something. I'll be doing something stupid, have an accident.
Yeah, I went to Ireland in the early 2000s, and we got a rental car and a whole bunch of bed and breakfast stops to stay at across the country, and they gave us a stick shift rental car. So not only are we on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car, but now we're shifting. That took about 20 minutes, half hour to get used to without hitting anything. And it was fun.
Imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. I had an uncle
that?
He was in the military. He went down the wrong side of the road because he was over there for like a year and a half. First thing he did is head out down the wrong side of the road as hard as he could go. Of course, it didn't take him long to figure out, oh, whoa, I'm on the wrong side of the road. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So now you doing any bills or anything, or you just kind of keeping your stuff going? I love your shorts, man. I just think they're hilarious. Are they doing any good? You getting a lot of traction out of them?
It depends. I'm trying to nail down. Actually, the algorithm seems, at least for me, it seems to depend on when I post them, not so much what I post. So It seems like if I do
with the shorts,
yeah, with Saturday evening or Sunday evening, those seem to be the best ones, and those get somewhere close to 2,000 views usually.
Right.
If I post like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it might get 100, 200 views. So I'm not sure why.
I can't figure out that. I think everybody's trying to figure out that what happens, because I mean I've got some I can upload and they'll be going wide open, then they just stop.
Yep.
It's just like you just turn them off.
The only one that I've seen that doesn't really seem to matter is have you seen the channel Bondo Billy?
No. Somebody mentioned that to me the other day, Bondo Billy.
So he's probably had a channel for about 6 months, and he's a bodywork guy that's been in the business for probably 40 some years.
Right.
And like he took off, and he's still, every time he posts something, it's probably 100,000, 200,000 views.
Really?
Yeah. And most of them are shorts, and he's just going through painting stuff, showing you how to sand stuff. And he's basically teaching.
Well, that's exactly what I want to do, is watch somebody sand all day. Gosh almighty, that's a long time.
I was all sit there and paint dry.
Yeah, he's just showing techniques. And I mean, I think he gets a lot of people criticizing him, and that's one of the reasons he gets a lot of views, because he gets a lot of trolls.
Yeah.
But he's got enough now that he's actually making money just off shorts. So that's what, over 1 million or over 10 million views, something like that.
That's
I get a lot of them.
I think is if you get the haters on there commenting, your channel takes a.
I love it, man. I love to hear what they say. You're so stupid. You're an idiot. What are you doing? You're gonna kill yourself. And I'm like, so far so good.
Yeah.
W300.
And capital Harnish. And Hot Rod Guy Garage is here. He said, I don't know if there's any way to work the short algorithm. If I pump a lot out, they get no views, but space them out and they do okay. Yeah, I heard that if you put them up too close together, then they basically compete against each other. At the moment, I'm just doing one a day, but the shorts. But if you like, I think you got to space them out. Like, maybe if you were to put multiple up a day, you've got to, like, say you did 3, you've got to put them up every 8 hours or something.
Yeah. I don't know. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. But it's sketchy for sure.
Oh, I'm with you.
Figure it out. I'm not telling nothing, but I'll be spare millionaire. I'm not knowing nothing.
I'm like you. I just,
I don't
I've
know.
had a
If
couple
it
of
was
sports that
easy,
goes,
everyone would be doing it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I still only think a lot of it's just
Yeah, a lot of it's
got to
private.
making good stuff, and eventually it will. Fingers crossed. Take.
well, I've had that one, uploaded it. It's got like 600 and something thousand views on it. We're just pouring gas in a carburetor trying to crank a truck. And I've had more comments on that, how stupid you're going to get somebody killed and this, that, and the other, but I don't know. I just upload whenever I get one. I mean, it's hard to remember to do all that, when you're out working and doing other stuff. Of course, I've got another one that I got a guy that works for me named Tom. He ain't got no teeth, and he's becoming the star of the show, man. People love rednecks. I think that's what it is. They love rednecks. So,
We'll see with the when you get comments, so when you get all those trolls bagging you out, while they're web short, for example, while they're writing their comment, abusing you, the short's playing in the background continually. So by the time they finish their comment, they would have watched it 15 times, like because it's just auto run in the background while they're commenting. So then, if you like get them to keep replying to you, it might roll through their screen 100 times. Like by the time they've finished abusing you. So then the algorithm says this is great. Let's just keep sharing this guy's thing around. So I think with shorts, the more comments you get, the more they're going to take. Like more so than likes on the shorts, I think.
Yeah.
Session and James says, "Hey y'all,
hey
did I
y'all,
say that right? I'm doing that right, y'all.
There you go. What do y'all say up north where you're at, Fox? Y'all say y'all, or y'all say you guys, or you?
Well, actually, in Florence, Kentucky, so just across the river, the baseball team is the Florence Y'alls.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess we do say y'all up here, at least on the Kentucky side of the river.
Who come up with that name? Hey, what we gonna name them?
Well, I don't know. It used to be Florence Freedom, and then they got bought, and now they're the Florence Y'alls. So I don't know.
y'all. That's cool.
I don't know what the mascot is either.
Probably a redneck with no teeth.
So Tom's working up there.
Yeah, Tom's up there part time. Tom's a good guy. He really is, but bless his heart, he's becoming a star. So I don't know, but I just put whatever I can come up with, whatever I'm doing, man. I mean, we just got junk cars here we're dragging out. I got a whole herd of them out there. We just slowly drag them out, and I'm having to clean up a few. Copperhead's mad at me because I sold a Corvair pickup the other day he wanted, and he's like, he still ain't talking to me.
Well, those Corvair pickups are cool, though. They had that side load ramp.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That was a really cool design.
Somebody had took the motor out of it.
There's one in Australia.
Do what now? What did you say?
I said, there's not one in Australia.
That thing, they took the motor out and put a motor in the back of it, like a V6 with a transmission and a regular car rear end in the back. So it kind of messed it up. Kind of messed it up a little bit. So I don't know. I thought about fooling with it, but I've got so much stuff. And this man come by with his wife, and she's like, "Oh, I've just got to have it." And when the wife wants it, it's a done deal. So I went another $500 more than what I was really wanting for it. So I hope they ain't watching. You know how that goes. But,
so
how long have you had your vet?
The vet, actually, I got it. My dad is the one that bought that probably 8 to 10 years ago.
Really?
He had all the work done on it, and he lives in Florida, and he was just never driving it, and always said when he was done with it, he was going to give it to me. So last year, I think, is when I got it. He gave it to me for Christmas, and I had it hauled up from Florida. So
that is so cool. What part of Florida does he live in?
They're up in the Panhandle, so they are near Pensacola area, Pensacola and Destin.
Okay. I go down there. I've been emceeing that Emerald Coast Cruise in. That's in Panama City Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. I've been emceeing. The guy that does it, we've actually become pretty good friends. And so I do a radio show up here during the day and in the mornings on the radio. And that's where we got to know each other because he did a car show here. And so now I go down there and do MC the show. That's a big show. That's a huge show if you ever get a chance to go.
Okay.
Especially the fall show is like 3 times. They've had that. What's the guy that's got the handlebar mustache? What's his name? Dennis Gage. They had him down there. He's been down there a couple of times and do some shows.
Yeah. The guy that does My Classic Car. That one?
Yeah, that guy. He's done a couple of episodes down there during that because it's so big. And there's so much neat stuff down there, man. He gets all kinds of crazy stuff down there.
And what's the what's the concourse one that's down there? Amelia Island?
Yeah, I hadn't been to that.
Is that near you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just on the other side of the state. It's actually on the bottom side of the state.
Okay.
So I'm on the other end. I'm a far across the Georgia as you can go without crossing into North Carolina, and then Amelia Island. And I'd like to go to that. I've got some buddies of mine that actually goes to that every year. I think they have it twice a year. I'm not sure, but one's always bigger.
I think
than
they
the
have
other.
like a concourse, and then I think one of the auctions has a big thing there too.
Well, no, they did the auction at Chattanooga. They had the Chattanooga Motor Car Festival this year. It's the second year or third year they've had it, and they're doing the Meekum auction at it, and then they have the Concord d'Elegance. So they have the first one is just a car show. The first day is, I think that's on a Thursday. Then the second day is I can't remember how it worked. Anyway, they got the Concord d'Elegance, and then the next day they got the Concord de Lemons. You know, the lemons.
Yeah.
And that brought more people. That brought more people than the Concord d'Elegance, man, because they had their K cars there, and you know, their Honda CRX. Hey, did y'all see the other day where that Finnegan give $8,000 for a Honda CRX for his wife? Did y'all see that?
I didn't see what he paid for it, but I saw the post that he bought one.
He bought $8,000. He give for an '84 Honda CRX. I'm just thinking,
how much?
$8,000.
$8,000
for a $500 car.
Well, but all those cars on mid to late 80s right now, all of those, because of Radwood and Concourse of Lemons and all the Lemons Racing, everything, all those forgotten 80s cars are getting pricey.
Yeah. Well, that's like the K cars. They brought like $2,000 right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give $10,000 for a K car. There's no way.
Yeah, but you have people trying to find like the Scamp, which was like the little K car El Camino.
Right.
People are looking for those right now, or the Daytonas that were K cars. So, I don't know. People build anything.
I found a K car wagon the other day. I think I'm gonna go try to buy. I don't know what's left of it, but I don't know why. If it's $100, I'm gonna buy. If it's not, I'm out. You know.
Does it have the wood grain?
Yeah, it does.
Well, it's worth $100 then.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, I don't know how good the wood grain is on it, but we
contact paper, just some shelf paper, just right down the side.
Yeah, you're ready to go. Yeah. You're ready to go. So
maybe sign the dashboard, sign it Lee Iacocca, and say it's some sort of special edition.
You know, that's the thing though. That Concord Dilemmas is a fun show, man. It is a fun show. They have got some neat stuff there. I mean, it was, and I'd like to go. They actually don't they have the Concord Dilemma 24 or something where you're racing 24 hours or something?
They do. I think that's out west somewhere where they do that. I think Arizona or California that they do it. Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah. Just if you could make it, you got a Dodge Montario. That's perfect.
Yeah. I got to go to the biggest show that's near me. I missed this last year. I'll have to go this year. Is the Pumpkin Run. And that's basically from 30s through 80s or 90s. And that's probably 20 minutes north of me in the middle of nowhere. And it's thousands of cars and it's a giant swap meet. Oh,
that'd be cool. I wonder where that's at. And they call the Pumpkin Run?
Yeah, it's called the Pumpkin Run.
I'd like to check that out. That'd be cool.
I can't remember. It's not Batavia. It's one of the towns that's out just east and north of me. So.
Yeah. So now what's the weather like where you're at? Is it cold still up there?
It depends on the day. It'll be 70, 70 and muggy one day, and the next day it'll be a high of 45. But right now we're all 70s.
If my daddy lived in Florida, that's where I'd be.
Well, as soon as I'm done with my job at GE, we'll see.
Right.
Oh.
I know how that is. Yep. I guarantee you that's right. So I don't know, I just this Corvette that you got, mine 82, I've had it forever and ever and ever. I guess they're kind of getting a little bit pricey. They're coming on.
They are. Yeah, I've seen the C3s are actually starting to get a lot more value in them. Even the C4s, people are starting to buy those up too.
Well, that's cheap, man. I mean, that's cheap horsepower. I mean, for what especially for autocross, you can't go wrong for that for an autocross. I love that. And I mean, they're just, you figure $2,500-$3,500, you can get a nice 87, 88 Corvette.
Yeah, and I mean they're balanced. They're set up to do road course type stuff. So,
well, that was the cat's meow back when I was a kid, man. Them things first come out, we thought, wow, that is the coolest thing. But now nobody wants them because they're square looking, or something. So
yeah, it's that cheese wedge design.
yeah. Do you like the mid engine?
I think it's a pretty cool idea, and if they were going to keep competing with European supercars, I think that's really the only direction they could go.
Well, I'm with you on that.
It's a new one.
What are they?
It's a new
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
they're mid engine.
Yeah, they look.
What are they like?
Right.
80 grand new? Ain't they like? Which is a lot of money. Don't take me wrong. I mean, $80,000, a lot of money, but for a supercar, you would think that's pretty dang cheap.
Well, and that's their big thing is Corvettes have always been competitive with supercars, but they've also always been about a third the price.
Right.
So if they can keep competitive and keep the price down, hopefully they'll still sell them.
Well, I see them everywhere here. I mean, I see them everywhere. I like I guess that would be the C7. Would that be C7, I guess?
The new one's a C8, isn't it?
C8. Okay, I like the C7. I guess the one before it. I thought that was a beautiful car.
Yeah, the last of the front engines.
Yeah, last of the front end. That last year was gorgeous. That was a good looking car. I like the 2000, and then I guess the 65 and 66 as far as that goes.
Yeah, that guy I worked for in Dayton, he bought his wife new a 63 split window that was gold, and she still has it.
Wow.
And he took the original engine out. It's sitting on an engine stand. He just dropped a regular 350 in it so the engine wouldn't get miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got side pipes. It's got the original wire wheels. It's a really nice car.
Yeah, I'll never be able to afford anything like that. No, I'll never be able to afford anything like that. So I don't know. So now how long have you had your YouTube channel?
I think this is the third year I've been into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many millions of dollars you made so far?
Oh yeah, exactly. Actually, this month I should get my first YouTube check because I crossed over the $100 minimum to get paid for something.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually looking to do is that first check I want to donate to charity. So I'm going to do a couple shorts where I just ask people, hey, tell me which charity you want me to donate to, and whichever one gets the most votes, that's who I'll throw it at.
You want to talk about charity? You can donate to Phillips Run, Drip, and Bubble. We'll take all we can get. Yeah, we need it.
You need to keep that quiet, Chris. Everyone will start thinking you're nice.
So we'll see. I mean, as long as I think I've done all the stuff.
That's cool. That's fun. I've had a lot of fun out of it. I'm trying to see. I've lost your website. I had you pulled up there. I was looking at some of your car. You had a Ford pickup truck or something I was looking at.
Yeah, the first one I had actually when I had the channel was it 84 or 85 Ford Ranger, and it was the Explorer edition. So it was black with the yellow and orange stripes, the white steel wheels, 4-wheel drive. It's a really cool little truck. And that was one I pulled out of Louisville, Kentucky with it had engine problems. And the engine problem was that somebody put one of the cam bearings in backwards, so you got no oil to the driver's side cylinder head.
No.
So I figured it out, and I just took a drill bit and I drilled through the oil passage down through the bearing, cleaned it up, and threw it back together.
Well, you won't. Yep. Now, are you close up there where they have that big car show in Kentucky? What is that called? Where they have I can't even remember the name of it, but they have like a drag strip. They have a drag race. They've got autocross and all that. It's somewhere there next to you.
Well, if it's at Kentucky Motor Speedway, that's about 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. I'm gonna try to.
That's not too far.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys go to that. I can't remember what it's called because we were talking. Who was we talking to? We was talking about Dylan McCool.
Is that the Holly No Putty or something? Is that one?
Yeah, Holly.
That's probably where they do it because that's where they had the Hot Rod Power Tour went there.
One.
Yeah, the Power
the third
Tour.
one and the power one.
Yeah, but it's Holly. Is it Holly that puts that on?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Flatbroke, he's heading to the he's going to the Power Tour this year. It starts out in Atlanta. I'd like to go to that.
Yeah, it's not close enough to me this year. So I've been able to go when it's like Indianapolis, Dayton, places like that, but it's a little too far this year.
Well, now, do you normally go? Have you been on the power tour, the whole tour, or you just? I'm
no,
just going
if I
down
go, I
the
close stop to me. I don't have time to take the whole week off and do it.
Yeah, I know how that is. So now, what do you do with GE?
Emergency services on third shift.
Okay, so you save people's lives.
There's nobody there to save, but if they were there, we would save them.
That's a pretty good gig.
It's a skeleton crew. It's nice and quiet. It's a good place to be.
Bowling Green, that's the one I'm talking about right there.
Oh, okay.
Hot Rod Garage. Holly had their Ford Fest, LS Fest, and no party at Beach Bend in Bowling Green. Where's Bowling Green?
Bowling Green,
Kentucky.
is Kentucky-Tennessee border.
Oh, okay.
And that's a big show. That's supposed to be huge.
Yeah, that's about 3
different shows, is it?
Probably.
That's 3 different shows, yeah, but they're all 3 of them is normally huge. They got autocross, they got drag racing, they got burnouts, they got everything there. It seems like a lot of good time.
That's
I think
where
Dylan
that's
McCool,
the show.
ain't that where Dylan
Yeah,
McCool said he was going this year?
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah, I think that's where he went last year, isn't it? So that where he took his little Mustang. It's like a Mustang, weird shaped Mustang he had or something.
Oh yeah, the Mustang 2 that he bought.
Yeah, the Pinto.
I don't know, white thing it was.
Yeah,
and he towed it in with his Charger or something.
Yeah,
and he said they were all getting him stink eye.
I'm used to that. Used to stink eye.
Stink eye like that, do you?
That's all I get. They are all mad. He must have been there. Where's Hot Rod Garage? Where you at, Hot Rod Guy Garage? He must be up there pretty close to that. I'm gonna try to go. I wish Copperhead was living in America. We're trying to get Copperhead over here, but so far they won't let him in. They let everybody else in, but they won't let Copperhead in.
Yeah, I might go in through Mecco.
Yeah, come on, I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up in Texas. Yeah, I'll pick you up in Texas. We can do that.
It will happen eventually. It's not
That's
not
probably
a 2-week deal.
24-hour flight though to get to even like the West Coast from Australia.
Oh, he's in Cleveland,
Yeah,
Tennessee.
I think it is.
Hot Rod Guy Garage just in Cleveland. That's just right down the street from me, Cleveland, Tennessee. Yes, I go through there all the time. I'm about to go by there and check out his junk and see if there's something I can steal a hood ornament or something off of while he ain't looking. Is that what they do?
He said Beach Bend and Bowling Green is about 4 hours from him, and he's in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Yeah, Cleveland, it ain't far. Yeah, we go to Cleveland all the time. There's a lot of junk cars in Cleveland, so I didn't realize he's in Cleveland.
So where's Chattanooga?
What now?
Chattanooga.
That's right beside Cleveland. We got to go through.
Yeah.
Say that again. Now, what? Where?
Chattanooga.
That's pretty close.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
It's not far. It ain't, but just right down the street from Cleveland, Tennessee.
I'll make you say g'day, mate, and then we could all,
What you're
the Americans cannot say g'day, mate. I've never met one that can do it yet.
Hey, mate.
You just can't get it.
No, we all end up sounding like the door Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
All right, he said. Right, let's not go there. Hot Rod Guy Garage. I'm only about 30, 40 minutes from Bill, Flatbroke Garage.
Well, now, Hot Rod, that's too close. That's too close to Bill. Oh, Bill, I think, bless his heart, he's got his car over here, and we're working on. I'm not. Johnny Akery actually doing the painting on that thing, and Johnny's been sending me videos of him sanding on it. And I told Bill, get back over. He's gonna go help him Wednesday. So he said it's ready to paint, but it's not. But it ought to turn out all right. But Bill's okay. He's a neat guy. Yep. He's definitely a neat guy. So, but yeah, this Hot Rod Guy Garage, I think like this, he's got some cool stuff. I think he's got does he not have the one that's got the rear engine, the little, what was it, Geo Metro or something? I think, didn't he have that Geo Metro or something? I had put a V6 rear engine, V6 or V8 down in it or something. That would be a blast. Yep, that'd be a blast. Yep, that would be a blast. So
And
you had to come on early because you got to work tonight, man. You got to go save somebody's life that's not there.
I won't leave the house till probably an hour after we get off here. So
I wouldn't, I wouldn't quit that job at all.
no, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, you sit around, watch YouTube all day long. I deal with it.
So it's emergency services. So it's everything. So we've got basically at night where you're looking for a lot of spills, leaks, and issues because it's a 80-year-old plant.
Right.
So water lines, electrical lines, anything going bad at night. That's really what we're out there for.
So now how y'all doing on employees? Are y'all having a hard time keeping employees?
I don't know. On the union side, I think maybe the guys that are actually out there doing assembly work, I think they've have had some trouble keeping them lately, but It's a contract year, so probably they'll be able to take care of any issues that come up, hopefully. But on our end of it, I don't think so. And salary side, I don't think so either. But assembly, they definitely have. So
yeah, I'm gonna tell you how bad it is where I live at. We have got a Huddle House. Do y'all have Huddle House or Waffle Kings or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, Waffle House, yeah.
Waffle House. Any meal, anytime. It says it right there in big bright lights. Any meal, anytime. Ours opens at 8 and closes at 2. Not 2 at midnight. I'm talking about 2 in the afternoon.
Well, that's not quite any time.
No, it's not. If you're there at 2:05, it's done, man. 8 to 2. That's how long our 24-hour Huddle House is open. 8 to 2. Well, on the weekends they stay open to 7. So that is no kidding.
Alan's cars and stuff. Hey guys. Hey Alan.
Yep.
And yes, he has Hot Rod Garage has a flock of Geos and 2 Torinos.
I got a Geo he needs. I've got a Geo Metro convertible, man. Cabriolet. I got a Geo Metro Cabriolet.
You open both doors, that probably bends in half. That
It's just
structure.
I tell everybody you need 2, one for either foot, man, because they're so little, you know. They're 3 cylinders. I don't even know if it runs or not. Do what?
We could call this Steve Phillips's classifieds.
Yeah, I need to. I need to get rid of them. I'm trying to get rid of them. I got 2 Metropolitans. I don't know what to do with them. We was thinking about doing something with the Metropolitans, but I about decided to sell them too because I ain't gonna do nothing with them. And they're actually bigger than the Metro, but it's a Cabriolet.
I've seen something that looks really cool that you've got, which I know how popular they are. I don't know exactly what. I think it might have been a Cadillac Seville, maybe. I don't know. It's black and silver.
We call it Jews Canoe. What we nickname them. Yep, Jews Canoe. I love them cars. I got 2 of them.
Is that what it was? A Seville?
Yeah, it's a 84. So I think that's a 81 or 82 because it's got the Buick or an Oldsmobile motor in it before they went that 4100.
Oh, the 4100 is terrible.
Oh man, I hate them. I love them Cadillacs though, that year model, but they put that 4100 in it, and it is junk. But now the ones like the 80 and 81 had the big motor in, had the Olds motor in them.
Yep.
And this has got the Olds motor.
Is that the North Star thing or no?
No. This is way before North Star.
Okay.
This would have just been like
so what is that?
307, 305, 350.
Yeah. No, it ain't 350. Okay. I think it's like a 305 Olds or something. It's not much at all.
Yeah, the 4100 is the one that when I worked on those, usually the problem was that it ate the cam gear.
Right.
And it ate the distributor gear. Mm-hmm. And then you got to swap both out.
Yeah. And 0 power. I'm not kidding you. I bet you got more power in a 2.8 V6.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
So I don't know. I had an 85 Cadillac Eldorado, and I love that car. It was white with blue inside. But like I said, I had that 4100. I just finally got tired of everybody passing me.
What engine's in the Alante, that 2-door convertible they made?
Okay, now I've got one of them. Mine's got the 4.5, and then that was the first one, V8, and then they went to I think that's the motor before the North Star.
Okay.
It's a good motor. It's got plenty of power. It's got funky looking intake and all on it, and then went to North Star after that. But everybody likes the North Star more when they do I think it's a 4.5 V8.
Okay.
And, yeah, but it's front wheel drive. It's made in Italy. It's Italian. I think they made it in Italy and they shipped it over here and they put the motor in it.
Probably.
That thing has got 5,000 buttons on the dash. I'm not kidding you. It's got a button for everything. Yep, it's got a button for everything.
I've lost him.
Do what? Are you there?
Am I the only one that's lost sound?
No, I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
You got sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, something went on.
Can you hear
I've
me?
got you back. It's not running through my phones anymore.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, that'll work.
My earphones stuffed up.
Do what now?
My headphones stuffed up.
Well, that's not good. That's not good when your headphones stuff up.
No, it's like we might as well be on. It's pudding. We got pudding here, have we?
Y'all don't know Puddin'. Puddin's the guy that runs my radio station, and he is. You have to tell him what to do. He's so we nicknamed him Puddin'. I do a show every morning on like 97.7 WJUL, and then they live stream it on YouTube. And I've got to get Copperhead. I've had him on 2 or 3 times because everybody's all interested in Australia down there because they have no rights left in Australia, so they get to ask him all these questions, Bless his heart. He's an American, I'm telling you.
I'll come on whenever you want.
I want you. Yep, that'll work.
Well, you just tell me when you want me. I'll come on. I don't care. I'll come on every day if I have to.
There you go.
If that gets me to America, that's what it takes to get me to America.
All right, daily radio show.
There you go. Yeah, with Copperhead.
We'll get rid of. What's his name?
Pat Malone.
Yeah, we're Pat.
Get rid of Pat. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be the next car talk. There you go.
You can do that. So I don't know. Well, fellas, I am about ready to go get my stuff done. I scheduled this thing a little early, and I know we said we was going to be on for about an hour, and we're about there already. So, Copperhead, you doing all right down there?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, you go. There you go. But anyway, Fox, man, keep up them shorts, man. If I can ever come up with any, I'll text you some. But I think you've got the corner market on that, especially that. What was that one? I just laughed and laughed and laughed about that. The tacky. Too tacky.
I was just going through spare parts bins. I'm like, I could do something with that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I got a lot of junk stuff laying around, but I'll think of that. You got the niche on that. I ain't gonna steal your glory because I ain't got it, but that is so much fun. You're having a ball with that. So is your channel growing pretty good? I mean, you're getting pretty good growth?
Yeah, I mean it gets I get about 100 subscribers a month. So
right. Yeah, I get that, and then I lose about 150 the next month. So
we lose them on the live shows.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Oh Lordy. So anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. And it is tomorrow. What time is it down there, Copperhead?
It's 9:45.
Okay, so you normally get up about 6 o'clock or something?
I sleep in.
Do you sleep in? So what time is it when you watch?
All different. This week it's like been 7 or 8. I've been sleeping in. I haven't been real well, but I normally get up at 6. Yeah.
So now you wasn't on the show this morning. What time is it when you watch the show at 8 a.m. in the morning?
Wait, so it used to be 11. So it used to be when I went to bed, but now it's on at 10. So now I'm not there all the time because I haven't gone to bed yet.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So I used to go to bed and watch it and then go to sleep. And then
he never makes it through the whole thing when he does that.
That's not good, man. We really get sideways, man. We talk about stuff we ain't supposed to talk about everything. Political, non-political, we don't care. So everything got everyone. So anyway. But all right, Fox, man, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yep. I appreciate it. And I've got to get out of here. And but anyway, y'all
thanks everyone. We'll see you.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you next Sunday. And I'm not sure who we got next Monday yet. We're working on it.
All right, well, good. I hope you are, because I'm not having any luck. So Fox, man, we love you. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right, take care.